John Hickok here. If you're like me, you often think about what is the best thing you could have in your hands to defend your life against a charging bear, especially a grizzly bear. You can't outrun it, you can't outclimb it. I know there's some things they say if you don't have a weapon of any kind, you can try to act big and scare it. But you got to have some, you got to be a tough customer for that. They say you can get in the fetal position, right? None of those things sound very appetizing to me. I like to think about what sort of firearm would I have to defend myself against a charging bear, okay? I would like to throw my hat in the ring with this DP12 from Standard Manufacturing. Of all the things I can think of to be walking around with in the woods in a situation where I could get charged by a very aggressive bear, like grizzly bear, brown bear, polar bear, this might be a good choice. All right, so we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit in this video. But first, we want to thank the people who make all of this possible. Bud's Gun Shop and Range, big supporter of the channel. So much thanks to them. Been with them a long time. Silencer Central, they do one thing and they do it very well. You've seen our Banish line. You've seen their Banish line in our videos many times. They make great stuff. Also SDI, the Sonoran Desert Institute. You can get fully accredited in gunsmithing through their online distance learning programs. Go to sdi.edu. And then also Alabama Holster. They make great little Kydex holsters. Really good option for those of you that conceal carry. Okay, let's take a couple shots. So what I've got here, so now this isn't just about the DP12, this is also about how I've got it set up. So if you're not familiar with this particular 12 gauge shotgun, what this thing is capable of is you've got a magazine that holds 13 2 3/4 shells or 12 3-inch shells, that's what we have here today. You can put 12 3-inch 12 gauge shells in each, or 6, excuse me, not 12, 6, 7 in each 2 3/4 or 6 in each, which would total to 12 total in each tube. Okay, so you've got 12 total and 2 in the chamber, so that would give you 14 rounds of 3-inch shells, 12 gauge. Okay, and what I would do is I would alternate them. Okay, so my bear setup would be this. If I use this, okay, I would put, so the right barrel is what's going to fire first. Okay, I'm going to want double-aught buck on this side. Okay, so we've got 3-inch double-aught buck, which means 15 pellets. So that would go in the right side for the right barrel. And then on the other side, I'm going to go slug. So that means if that bear is rushing me, my first shot is double-aught buck. I think that would be important. The first shot, you're probably going to be terrified, and you're going to want a little bit more leeway. Now, if you've watched many of our videos, you should understand that just because you have a shotgun and double-aught buck with a spread, it does not mean that you can't miss. You could still miss, and it's probably going to be pretty close to you pretty fast. So you still got to aim. But I think on that first shot, you might want a little bit of leeway. And on the second shot, you might be ready for maximum penetration firepower with that slug. All right, so I'll just put 2 in for now. Let's go ahead and let's shoot this 2-liter right here. So I don't want to shoot the can. That's going to be something later. All right, I got 2 rounds on deck. First shot is double-aught buck. That's sent the half of it just sailing over there. Okay, got another shot, and this one is a slug. Let's go for that orange 2-liter. All right, it's history. Okay, so 3-inch 12 gauge rounds, pretty powerful. Okay, would definitely give even the largest bears some problems, I believe. So one of the other advantages, I believe, of this, so now if a bear is rushing you and you could just magically have whatever gun just appear in your hands at that moment, who knows, maybe you want an M60 or a Barrett or a Cannon, I don't know. But part of what I'm thinking about too with this is something you could actually conceivably carry through the woods for a long period of time. The DP12 isn't too heavy considering how much capacity that you have in a shotgun. And with it being a bullpup design, it gives you, I don't want to be unsafe here, so I'm not going to do it, but it gives you the ability to turn the gun pretty quickly and pretty easily if you know, because bears are very sneaky from what I've heard. I've never seen one out in the wild, at least. Well, I've seen a black bear, but not a bear that you really have to worry about. But apparently they will sneak up on you, so you may be in a situation where you have to very quickly turn the gun around, and bullpups are pretty good about that. It's nice and short, it's ergonomic, it quick to pick up, it's a good point shooter, right? So all the ergonomics of the shotgun, I think, are really good for that. You know, this might be a little bit out there, but it does have breachers on it, so hey, you know, if the bear gets on top of you, you can still blast away. Okay, so these are not just door breachers; they're bear breachers, right? Okay, let's load up the bear load that I would use. Okay, let's load it up fully. All right, so we're gonna go double-aught buck. Again, this is 3-inch, so 15 pellets on the right side. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's all it holds. So we'll try to put 7 in there. So 6 3-inchers, and then slug on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now we're going to put the safety on. So it has like an AR style safety. I'm going to rack them in, and now we're going to put 2 more in. 1, 2 on that side. So now we have 14 shots. Okay, got the safety on, and this is how you could carry it in bear country. Let's say that can right there is a bear that is sneaking up on me. All right, I'm talking with my buddy, we're having a good old time in the woods, and all of a sudden I turn around and I catch a glimpse of a grizzly bear coming up on me. I flip my safety off, I turn around, my shoulder hurts, but maybe I live. Maybe I live to see another day. Now, you look there, I think that would give most bears that we're going to come across a lot of trouble, and you can put a lot of hurt on something pretty quickly. Now, some of you may say I'd rather have a semi-automatic shotgun because you can get more rounds out much faster, and that might be better, but you also have to factor in the reliability issue, right? With semi-automatic shotgun, any semi-automatic, you know, any gun could fail, but semi-automatic's more likely to. There's more complex, more things that can fail and go down. With a regular pump shotgun, you don't have the capacity that you would have with this. To me, you get kind of the best of both worlds with this type of shotgun in this specific situation, because there's almost nothing more reliable than those first 2 shots, right? Like if you have a standard double barrel, or like with this, those first 2 shots, and those are going to be the absolute most crucial shots, are 99.9999% likely to go off unless you have, you know, a bad round or something like that. So they're loaded in the chamber, they're ready to go. You got 2 trigger pulls, 2 shots, and then you rack it and you got 2 more right on deck. So you have the best of both worlds of a side-by-side double barrel and a pump shotgun. You know, you might, maybe the like the KSG or some of the other high capacity pump shotguns like this, where you have the 2 tubes but it's just a single barrel, you would have the advantage of being able to swap back and forth between slugs or double-aught buck, but you still don't have those initial 2 very reliable shots, which I think is a really big deal with something like this in a situation like this. So there you go. There's kind of my thought on, if I was in bear country, I can't think of anything that I would feel more comfortable with maybe than the DP12 by standard manufacturer. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video you just saw. I want to quickly remind you of our friends over at Talon Gun Grips and Ballistol. Ballistol is a lubricant that Dad and I have been using for a very, very long time. It's a cleaner and a lube. It's non-toxic. Also, Talon grips. They make a lot of different grips, sandpaper textures, rubber textures. Go to talongungrips.com and check out everything they have over there to offer. Also, you can follow us on social media at The Real Hickok 45 on Instagram. You can find my social media at John, JOHNHICK 45 on Instagram. Also Hickok 45 on Facebook. We also have a total of 4 YouTube channels now. We have the main Hickok 45 channel, of course, and then we have Hickok 45 Clips, and then we have Hickok 45 Shoots, and we have Hickok 45 Talks. And if you're confused about what those channels are, check out the first video uploaded, because there's kind of an announcement that sort of explains it all. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us, and see you again.